Dear Mr. Shaw, dear classmates, today I'm here to read instructions of using of a toy robot. Delivery contents: Maze Breaker 1, Instruction Neutral 1, Remote Map 1. Precautions and warnings. Safety precautions. Remove battery from the toy when not in use. Warning: charges or modifications to this unit not expressly approved by the party responsible for complaints could void the user's authority to operate the equipment. Cautions: non-rechargeable batteries are not to be recharged. Rechargeable batteries are to be removed from the toy before being charged. Rechargeable batteries are only to be charged by an adult. Different types of batteries or new and used batteries are not to be mixed. Only batteries of the same or equivalent type as recommended are to be used. Batteries are to be inserted with correct polarity. Exhausted batteries are to be removed from the toy. The supply terminals are not to be short-circuited. Do not mix old and new batteries. Do not mix alkaline, standard carbon-zinc, or rechargeable nickel-cadmium batteries. Note: parental guidance is recommended when installing or replacing batteries. You are advised to prepare the battery as soon as the function becomes impaired. Users should keep and retain this information for future reference. Users should keep strict accordance with the instruction manual with operation to product. Under the environmental with electrostatic discharge, the sample may malfunction and require users to reset the sample. Care and maintenance. Always remove batteries from the toy when it's not being used from a long period of time. Wipe the toy gently with a clean, damp cloth. Keep the toy away from direct sunlight and or direct heat. Do not submerge the toy into water that can damage the electronic assemblies. Three united phase: power switch, play, off, path, microphone, REC, record and start button, speaker, battery compartment, battery installation. Make sure the power switch is on off position. Use a screwdriver to loosen screw on the battery compartment in anti-clockwise. Put 2 AAA battery, not included in the battery compartment as per the polarity shown inside the tighten the screw in lockwise. Warning: remove these batteries from the unit by pulling up on the end of each battery positive by hand. Do not remove or install batteries using sharp or metal tools. General feature: Maze Breaker is an intuitive robot that can dance, voice playback, run a path or a maze automatically. Maze Breaker reaches to different kinds of inputs, follows black lines to run, find a way out of in a maze or stay inside a closed loop. Convert your input message to a robotic voice and playback. Rigged differently depends on the sound input received. Macebreaker can be controlled by mobile phone app that's available in iOS and Android version. Integrated with other Macebreaker or other Silverlit robot. Visit our free app and learn more. How to play. Start to play. Set the power switch to I to enter play mode. Set the power switch to this to enter pathfinding mode. After entering into pathfinding mode, you need to place the Macebreaker into the route map and press the REC button to start the game. Fig 2. REC button. Record and start button. Power switch. Pathfinding mode. Black path line. Runs follow the path. Black line maze. Runs follow the maze. Black backward and turns direction keep stay inside the loop. Macebreaker is able to detect the above path with printed on the sublit route map and can follow automatically. Important tips. Paper floating mark on the route map may affect the robot movement and actually, to obtain maximum performance, please flatten the paper in perfect condition before play. Path line, Fig 3. Place the Macebreaker on the exact black line area and press REC button to start the game. Macebreaker will follow the black path line accordingly. Fig 4. Place the Macebreaker on the exact gray color area and press REC button to start the game. Macebreaker will try to searching a possible way out. Close loop. Fig 5. Place the Macebreaker on the exact white area and press REC button to start the game. Macebreaker will move only inside the black line bounding area. Play mode. Action mode. Macebreaker responses to sound inputs such as tapping or clapping hands. Following are the responses of different sound patterns received. Sign taps or clapping hands. Play back the recorded messages. Fig 6. More than 2 taps or clapping hands. Response with movements or a dance. Fig 7. Unleash. Talking back mode. Macebreaker can record it up to 3 messages, and you can record 1 message in 3 seconds every time. Press the REC button once to start, and Macebreaker's eye will flash rapidly. Speak a message after Macebreaker generates a beep sound. Macebreaker will generate a beep beep sound when the message recorded is finished. Macebreaker will play back the last message automatically to confirm the recording is successful. Macebreaker will automatically to go back to idle mode after playback. To clear the recorded messages, record new messages to replace or press and hold the button for 5 second unit. Macebreaker generates a beep 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 sound. Compassion mode. Following these steps below to pair up Macebreaker. Put Macebreakers together within 20 inches of one another. Fig 8. Switch on one of the Macebreaker. Switch on another Macebreaker within 2 seconds and you will hear the sound effect from both Macebreaker at the same time. That means pairing is successful. Repeat step 3 for each Macebreaker you want to add for pairing. If either one of both maze breakers starting move around or talking without a sequence, that means they fail to pair up. Repeat from step 2 again for pairing. Once all maze breaker is paired, they will interact with each other and respond to sound inputs the same way as in the action mode. Note: actually performance of maze breaker reaching to your clapping tap may vary considerable based on the environment. For best result, play maze breaker in a comparatively quiet room and minimize the interruption and by ambient sound. Mobile app. Download the app from Apple's App Store or Google Play. Direct control and group play features and available in the mobile app. Refer to the instruction in the into page of details. Power saving. For power saving, maze breaker will generate a reminder sound if no input is received. Repeat the reminder sound again every 15 seconds. Maze breaker will go to sleep after generate the reminder sound 3 times. To wake up the maze breaker, turn the power switch off and then on again. Lesson 39. Am I alright? While John Gilbert was in hospital, he asked his doctor to tell him whether his operation had been successful, but the doctor refused to do so. The following day, the patient asked for a bedside telephone. When he was alone, he telephoned the hospital exchange and asked for Dr. Millington. When the doctor answered the phone, Mr. Gilbert said he was inquiring about a certain patient. A. Mr. John Gilbert. He asked if Mr. Gilbert's operation had been successful, and the doctor told him that it had been. He then asked when Mr. Gilbert would be allowed to go home, and the doctor told him that he would have to stay in hospital for another 2 weeks. Then Dr. Millington asked the caller if he was a relative of the patient. No, the patient answered. I am Mr. John Gilbert. Lesson 56. Faster than sound. Once a year, a race is held for old cars. A lot of cars entered for this race last year, and there was a great deal of excitement just before it began. One of the most handsome cars was a Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. The most unusual car was a Benz which had only 3 wheels. Built in 1885, it was the oldest car taking part. After a great many loud explosions, the race began. Many of the cars broke down on the course, and some drivers spent more time under their cars than in them. A few cars, however, completed the race. The winning car reached a speed of 40 miles an hour, much faster than any of its rivals. It sped downhill at the end of the race, and its driver had a lot of trouble trying to stop it. The race gave everyone a great deal of pleasure. It was very different from modern car races, but no less exciting.